Have you ever wondered why some people keep making money even while they sleep? While most people trade time for money, the wealthiest build systems that operate without their presence. They invest in income-generating assets like real estate, stocks, and digital products. The difference lies less in effort and more in strategy and financial mindset. In this video, you'll understand how it's possible to build legitimate income sources that work for you 24/7. We'll talk about real investments, millionaire habits, and sustainable solutions without falling into traps or miracle promises. All examples are based on the US market and strategies used by people who actually became wealthy. The goal here is to inform you, not to deceive you. The secret isn't how much you work, it's how well you understand the game. Welcome to Army Capital. I'm Dominus. Here, you'll uncover the hidden strategies, the untold truths, and the mindset that leads to true financial independence. Behind this voice is a group of strategic minds, people who played the game, lost, won, and now share the real moves. Most people still rely solely on their monthly salary to survive. This creates a cycle where any financial setback turns into a personal crisis. Without alternative sources of income, the fear of unemployment or unstable retirement becomes constant. This financial insecurity affects decisions, mental health, and even relationships. Meanwhile, a silent minority builds wealth through passive income and scalable assets. They create money sources that work even while they're traveling or resting. In this video, we'll present 6 real and accessible paths based on data, examples, and safe practices. These are solutions that require action, patience, and strategy, but can transform your financial future. When people talk about making money while you sleep, many imagine shady promises or miracle schemes. But real passive income is something tangible, measurable, and used for decades by experienced investors. It's money that keeps coming in without continuous effort. And the secret lies in building the right assets with intelligence and consistency. One of the most classic examples is rental income. Thousands of Americans receive monthly payments from renting houses, apartments, or even rooms through platforms like Airbnb. According to the US Census Bureau, over 43 million Americans live in rental housing, which shows the sector's strength as a passive income generator. Many use real estate financing as leverage to speed up the process. Another very common example is receiving dividends from stocks. Companies like Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, and Procter & Gamble regularly pay shareholders a portion of their profits. According to Dividend.com, these companies are among the top 10 dividend aristocrats, paying dividends for over 25 consecutive years, even during crises. The amounts may seem small at first, but with reinvestments in time, they become a solid source. In addition, there are American real estate funds, known as REITs, real estate investment trusts, which regularly distribute profits to investors. By investing in REITs like Realty Income, ticker O, or the Vanguard Real Estate ETF, VNQ, you can profit from real estate without needing to be a direct property owner. And the best part, liquidity is much higher than in the physical market. Another powerful path is creating digital products, such as ebooks, online courses, or even financial spreadsheets. Platforms like Gumroad, Amazon KDP, and Udemy allow you to create once and sell forever. According to Amazon KDP, in 2023, over 2,000 independent authors surpassed $100,000 in royalties, many with niche ebooks and well-applied SEO strategies. What do all these forms of passive income have in common? They require work and strategy at the beginning, but offer continuous returns in the future. It's the difference between working for money and building something that works for you. And more importantly, none of these options promise quick wealth. They promise gradual and solid freedom. So, why keep depending on a single source of income if it's possible to create structures that pay you constantly, even when you're not actively working? This is the mindset that separates those who merely survive from those who build freedom. Imagine waking up in the morning and realizing that while you were sleeping, your assets quietly continued generating profits. That's what happens when you adopt an automated investment strategy. It's a common practice among Americans who understand that time is a scarce resource and that money needs to work just as hard as they do. In the United States, platforms like Betterment Wealthfront and SoFi Invest offer automated investment services. These platforms build diversified portfolios based on your profile and automatically reinvest earnings. Ramit Sethi, author of the bestseller I Will Teach You to Be Rich, recommends automation as the #1 tool for building consistent wealth without stress. Another common example is the use of investment robots or robo-advisors. These use algorithms to intelligently balance your portfolio, rebalance assets, and optimize gains with minimal human intervention. It's like having a personal manager, only accessible even to those with small investments, starting from just $100. Many American investors also automate monthly contributions to ETFs, such as the S&P 500 SPY or the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, VTI. According to CNBC, the SPY ETF had an average annual return of about 10% over the past 30 years, making it a popular choice for investors seeking consistency. With scheduled contributions, investors buy regularly and benefit from the power of time. And it's not just in the stock market. Those who invest in U.S. Treasury bonds can also automate the process through brokers like Fidelity or Charles Schwab. Many choose to automatically reinvest interest and maturities, creating a continuous cycle of wealth growth without manual effort. Automation reduces the risk of human error, those moments when emotions interfere with financial decisions. It creates invisible discipline, turning the act of investing into a habit as natural as brushing your teeth. That's why so many successful people don't rely on motivation, but on consistent systems. And in the end, isn't that what we're all looking for? A way to keep money growing even when we're focused on other areas of life? Automating investments is one of the most efficient ways to build freedom through intelligence, not luck. Have you ever thought about creating something once and continuing to earn from it for months or even years? Digital businesses are now one of the most realistic ways to generate income without depending on your direct time. They run on autopilot, which is why so many American entrepreneurs are switching to this model. The internet works while you rest. Let's look at a practical example. A culinary expert can record an online course on healthy meals and publish it on Teachable or Udemy. Each new sale happens without the need for the creator to be present. The same goes for writers who publish on Amazon KDP, selling ebooks 24/7, with royalties deposited automatically. According to Amazon KDP, in 2023, over 2,000 independent authors surpassed $100,000 in royalties, many with niche ebooks. And it doesn't stop there. Those working with Shopify and dropshipping build online stores that function without holding inventory. Imagine selling products while you sleep without packing, shipping, or even seeing the item. The supplier handles everything. This allows you to focus on strategy while the system runs itself. And yes, that's exactly what many are doing right now. Content creators also benefit from this model. A well-structured YouTube channel can generate ad revenue from videos posted months ago. Podcasts and blogs follow the same logic. With good SEO, an article published today can generate traffic and income for years. And you? Have you thought about turning your knowledge into something like this? Subscription models like Patreon or Substack take this concept even further. Instead of relying on one-time sales, creators receive monthly payments from supporters. This creates stability and predictability. Thousands of Americans live exclusively from these platforms, with small but highly engaged audiences. Of course, no one is saying it's easy. Creating a scalable product requires planning, testing, and initial dedication. But think about it. Isn't the effort to build something that works for you worth more than being stuck in a cycle of endless effort? The return, in this case, can be life-changing. The big question is, will you keep selling your time, or will you start building something that generates value even when you're offline? That's the mindset shift many people need. And maybe you're next. Let's be honest. Relying solely on willpower to manage money, well, only works for a short time. That's why financially intelligent people create automatic systems. Instead of depending on memory or mood, they program their money to do what needs to be done without second guessing. It's like putting your finances on autopilot. In the United States, many people use services like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Vanguard to automate investments. This means that a portion of their salary every month is directed to a well-constructed portfolio. It doesn't matter whether the market is up or down, the contribution happens. And over time, this builds wealth almost painlessly. The same applies to those who want to invest in REITs, ETFs, or even solid crypto assets like Bitcoin responsibly. Apps like Coinbase or Robinhood allow you to schedule recurring weekly or monthly purchases. The secret lies in consistency, not in trying to time the perfect moment. After all, who can predict the market every day? In addition, tools like NAB, You Need a Budget, and Mint help keep everything organized. They automatically categorize expenses, send alerts, and show where every dollar goes. A NerdWallet study showed that users who automate budgets and financial goals save an average of 10% more per month than those who do everything manually. Another key point, those who think like the wealthy also automate habits. Bill payments, donations, travel savings, emergency funds. Everything becomes part of a healthy financial routine. And when you remove the emotional factor from the equation, decisions become more rational, secure, and effective. Billionaire Warren Buffett once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." And how do you do that? With systems, with structure, with intelligence. Automating is applying this philosophy every month, without relying on motivation or luck. Why rely on willpower when you can rely on a system? Those who build systems build freedom. And those who build freedom eventually wake up to a life running exactly the way they always dreamed. In an era where everything is instant, patience has become almost a superpower. But those who truly build wealth understand that time is the greatest financial ally there is. And that's not just philosophy, it's math. The power of compound interest, for example, only reveals itself over years. It's not about speed, it's about direction. Want proof? If someone starts investing $500 per month at age 25 with an average annual return of 8%, they'll have over $1 million by age 60, according to Fidelity's retirement calculator. Now, if they wait until age 35 to start, they'll have just over half that amount. In this game, time is worth more than money itself. True millionaires aren't obsessed with immediate profits. They're focused on continuous, sustainable growth. They know the most valuable assets are the ones that accumulate over time: stocks, real estate, businesses, personal brand. It's no coincidence that figures like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk held on to large portions of their companies for decades. This mindset also protects against traps. Those who think long-term don't fall for scams promising to double your money in a month. They understand that anything solid takes time to build, and anything that grows too fast without a foundation is about to collapse. It's the difference between planting a tree and inflating a balloon. Patience also shapes habits. The wealthy read, study, and constantly adjust their course. They don't rush to buy status. They invest in freedom slowly and steadily. And you? Are you chasing immediate results or building something that will last for decades? The truth is that consistency beats intensity in almost every area of life. And in finance, this is even more evident. Time rewards those who are consistent, not those who move the fastest. And maybe the biggest mistake of those who never get rich is expecting to get rich too quickly. All financial freedom starts with one step, but it's only sustained with patience and vision. So, what are you building today that will still serve you 10 years from now? That question is worth more than any current trend. Every time the topic is making money while you sleep, seductive promises appear that seem too good to be true. And most of the time, they are. That's why understanding how scams work is just as important as learning how to invest. After all, the path to financial freedom doesn't go through shortcuts. It goes through education and critical thinking. Many scams present themselves as exclusive opportunities, guaranteed profits, or secret investments from big names. Schemes like financial pyramids and Ponzi scams still claim victims, even among intelligent people. The trick lies in emotional manipulation. They use urgency, greed, and a sense of belonging to pull you away from logical reasoning. Want a red flag? If the business model relies more on recruiting people than on selling a real product, run. If there's no transparency about how the money is multiplied, be suspicious. And if someone tells you that you can live off absurd returns with zero risk, hang up immediately. As personal finance expert Susie Orman warns, if it sounds too good to be true, it almost always is. Another common scam is the misuse of the crypto market. While there are legitimate assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, many fake schemes hide behind worthless tokens, promises of automated mining, or magic day trading bots. The problem isn't the technology, it's the people using it to deceive the uninformed. That's why the best defense is information. Before investing, research the company, read reviews, understand the product. Check reliable sources like the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission website, which maintains a public list of investigative frauds. It's also worth following forums like r/personal finance, where people share real experiences. It's also important to normalize patience. When you understand that real wealth takes time, you become immune to the marketing of instant promises. The wealthy prefer predictable, consistent growth over short-lived spikes. They build security, not adrenaline. And that's what ensures freedom in the long run. So next time someone tells you that you can get rich fast with no effort, ask yourself, if this really worked, why are they trying to sell the opportunity to you? That simple question can save you from major losses and keep you on the path of solid wealth building. Financial freedom isn't a destination reserved for a privileged few. It's a journey accessible to anyone who chooses to walk with purpose, knowledge, and consistency. Every step taken today, even a small one, builds a foundation for a lighter, more stable future that doesn't rely on constant effort. And the most powerful part? It's in your hands right now. But none of this happens by magic. It takes decision, discipline, and the courage to start before you feel completely ready. You can keep waiting for the right moment, or you could begin building your foundation now. A foundation that, over time, will support not only your lifestyle, but also your peace of mind. And in the end, isn't that what we're all searching for? Building income while you sleep isn't a privilege, it's a choice. One that starts with information, is strengthened by action, and sustained by long-term vision. Today, you saw that the paths exist, are accessible, and above all, are real. What separates those who make it from those who only dream is the ability to apply, test, fail, adjust, and keep going. If this video brought you clarity, share it with someone who needs to take that first step. And of course, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and follow the upcoming content. Here, you'll learn to think like the rich, not to show off, but to achieve freedom. Because in the end, it's not just about money, it's about the life you want to live. Now, you know, not because someone gave it to you, but because you came looking for it. If you stay on this path, you'll stop chasing money and start making it chase you. This was another report from Army Capital. I'm Dominus, and I'm watching you.